Let's proceed to the teacher's role in assessment as learning. A high level of students' participation in the assessment process does not diminish teachers' responsibilities. Rather, assessment as learning extends the role of teachers to include designing instruction and assessment that allows all students to think about and monitor their own learning. In this approach, the teacher will serves as a guide in the transactions to be happen inside the class. Diri nato makita how the teacher extending his role in order to aim the objectives to the students who needs learning. Assessment as learning is based on the conviction that students are capable of becoming adaptable, flexible, and independent in their learning and decision making. When teachers involve students and promote their independence, they are given tools to undertake their own learning wisely and well. As what being discussed to the previous reporter, this is where how the students apply their being flexible, how they can apply their learnings independently to the given tools or activities nga gusto'y pabuhat sa teachers to measure and challenge their learning well and effective. Diri sad nga way is ma-develop nila ang ilang capacities of learning in the way how they overcome the given activities. So here are the following roles of the teacher in promoting the development of independent learners through assessment as learning. First, model and teach the skills of self-assessment. Second, guide students in setting goals and monitoring their progress toward them. The best example ani niya is you as a teacher will ask the students to write on question they would like you to answer in your feedback, or you will pause during the lesson and ask students to discuss how their learning is going, or you will provide some sentence starters and prompts to help students to think about their learning and identify areas of improvement. Okay, and third, provide exemplars and models of good practice and quality work that reflect curriculum outcomes. The exemplar rubrics are excellent tools for assessing student works and for encouraging student self and peer assessment. The material or model includes standards-based rubrics that define what works meets by day-to-day standards, and it allows the teacher to distinguish between different levels of performance. At fourth, work with students to develop clear criteria of good practice. For this, some qualities of a good teacher includes skills in communication, listening, collaboration, adaptability, empathy, and patience. Instructor contact in and out of classes is an important factor in students' motivation and involvement. Instructor concern helps students get through rough times and keep on working. Knowing a few instructors will enhance students' intellectual commitment and encourages them to think about their values and future plans. Fifth, guide students in developing internal feedback or self-monitoring mechanisms to validate and question their own thinking and to become comfortable with the ambiguity and uncertainty that is inevitable in learning anything new.
Provide regular challenging opportunities to practice so that students can become confident, competent self-assessor. Let them take turns leading discussion or activities. Bring out each student's knowledge and encourage them to not only share with others, but to get everybody to participate. Giving them a sense of leadership and importance will be a boost for their confidence and self-worth. monitor students' metacognitive processes as well as their learning, and provide descriptive feedback. By the way, metacognitive is a process or cycle involves three stages to teach students to improve self-awareness. The three stages are self-monitoring, self-evaluation, and self-regulation. It is a very big help because metacognition is thinking about thinking and an increasingly useful mechanism to enhance students' learning, both for immediate outcomes and for helping students to understand their own learning process. It includes planning, mental scripting, positive self talk, self questioning, self monitoring, and range of learning and study strategies. Create an environment where it is safe for students to take chances and where support is readily available. A learning environment is a diverse platform where users engage and interact to learn new skills. So, to develop engaging and positive learning environment for learners, we as teachers should know about the learner's characteristics, create an effective learning and teaching goals, and provide activities that will support their learning and an assessment strategies that drive and measure their learning. Because if their learning atmosphere is not conducive to gaining new knowledge or skills, it will be hard for learners to remain engrossed or interested in studying. Students need advices from teachers. Students often fail to adopt healthy studying habits and take responsibility for their schooling, which is usually most noticeable when to secondary school. There is so much a parent can do, so it is important that they youngsters get proper guidance from teachers. First, as a teacher, be a good example or a role model. Second, tell them to listen in class and read at home. Study very well. Skim the next before reading. Ask them to make and use visual aids. Use internet where information is easily accessible. And tell them to ask their parents for help because it is good as long as parents are not the one who do their task. Students' enhancement of confidence. Let the students experience and enjoy the things that will help them boost their confidence. School success. Giving feedback and appreciation is another way to establish a positive and effective learning environment and is to celebrate learner success. This could be anything from a shout out of a big reward. When learners' achievements are recognized and shared by the teacher and other students, it creates sense of achievement and foster healthy learning behavior. Another both example of reflection and decision making. Avatemic Kamatyarnik means environmental stewardship. The concept of environmental stewardship stresses the interdependent relationships and to demonstrate responsible students will be expected to articulate respect for these mutual behaviors that seek to improve and protect the relationship in ways that meet global challenges to environmental wellness. Students explore and collect ideas to help them improve the quality of life and their stewardship of the environment. Teachers are more effective in the situation if she let the students learn how to reduce, reuse, and recycle, volunteer in a cleanup drive conducted in the community, educate how to properly conserve water, and plant more trees, because letting them to explore promotes critical and creative thinking skills and sharing experiences to them, it will make them become more engaged with their communities. Students may bring elders to provide ideas because in the first place, parents are the first who molds and take care of their children. They play a big role to improvement of their child about recognizing responsibility on Earth's environment, like gardening with their children, taking them to camping sites, Teach them about animals and teach them about actions to take in helping the environment clean. Lastly, students are encouraged to think individual understanding. Challenge them with difficult questions because it will inspire them to stretch boundaries of their thinking and ask questions that require them to think creatively rather than rely on known facts that encourages thinking on their own about difficult concepts.